This is an opalized fossil, and yes, I'm going to be grinding into it, and I'll explain why. Now what we have here is a pippy shell fossil, and it's quite a good one. From all the striations you can see it's a very good example of a fossil specimen. But if I wet up the chip here on the side, you can see that it has a bluish, purplish play of colour on the inside, and I want to expose more of that colour. Now a lot of people would say this would be ruining the fossil, and they do have a good reason to say that, and I'll give you the history as to why. Roll the clocks back around 100 million years when these things were walking around, and get a handful of pippy shells, or as us British call them, clams. Take the shells and throw them into the ancient inland sea, and over 100 million years the water retreats, and as the silica-rich water fills the cavity of the fossils, we get an opalized fossil shell. So they're about 100 million years old. And that's the reason why some people think it's wrong to cut or carve into fossils, because it ruins a perfectly good specimen that's ancient and obviously holds some history. And normally I would agree. It's not worth carving or cutting into any fossils for this exact reason. I think it kind of ruins the heritage that's clearly captured in the eyes of the shell. Now I'm not going to polish the whole surface. I want to expose one small window. I just want it to still have the integrity of the fossil itself, whilst having a window into the magical world of opal colour and colour play. And you can see here it's a nice strong purple or royal blue colour, and that's all I want to expose. So it's a simple job of polishing up just this one corner right here. I'm just on the 600 grit wheel because I've already done the 120 and 400 grit wheels. Because I'm not polishing the whole surface, it doesn't have to be perfect, but obviously I want to take out any scratches that I've put in. So it's a relatively simple job. The next stage is to use the 3000 grit wheel just to finish up the pre-polish before I obviously tackle the cerium oxide. Going back to the point of fossils being ruined when they're cut, they're actually quite abundant. You can see here's a number of examples. I have plant fossil that has colour in it. There's things like branches or twigs here, or even some unidentified bone fossils. I have a lot of them, and I'm going to put them for sale on my website, starting from as little as £5. I think if you want to add to your collection a 100 million year old fossil, now's your time to get one. So the last stage is this cerium oxide polish, which is really simple and just brings out a mirror shine. And here's the finished piece. You can see it's still a great example of an opal fossil. But if we turn it over, you can see it has this beautiful purple-blue colour play. A small window into the beautiful world of opals and their history. I want you to let me know in the comments down below whether you think I've ruined this opal fossil. It's obviously up for debate. As I say, I tend to be on the side where if you cut a fossil, it's a bad thing. But sometimes it does work out for the better, and you can create something really cool. The colour itself is a brightness of a 1, but more accurately, a sun flash. Sun flash sort of refers to a different style of colour when it comes to opal. The brightness isn't necessarily a 1, but it's going to need a powerful light or even direct sunlight for you to see much. In the dark, you wouldn't see much at all. I think I've done a good job on this fossil. It still has the integrity and the striations of the fossil itself, whilst looking into the world of the kaleidoscopic colour play. Anyway, let me know what you think. Remember to like the video if you've enjoyed and leave your comments down below. I'd be interested to see what everyone else thinks. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon.